Welcome to episode 34 of 50 Ways to Succeed at Work, where you hear stuff about ways to succeed even the most well-intentioned colleagues, advisors, careers officers and HR departments may never get around to mentioning. This episode's called List Lover. No matter how much you care, you'll never remember everything at work, so learn to love your to-do list.
Anything that I may miss is made up for each time we kiss. You love me and I love you, so what I care.
That was Johnny Cash on Kissing, which I suppose is why one of his to-do lists reads 1. Not smoke. 2. Kiss Jean. 3. Not kiss anyone else. Unlike Cash, you may not need reminding to avoid kissing the wrong person. But a list can do great things for your chances of success at work. The further back you go in history, the more lists you find. There's a sound reason for humanity's love affair with the lists. They can work. They can keep you on track and make sure you're clear about what you're trying to do each day. Yet list skeptics claim that those little boxes you tick or the lines you cross out can stretch on forever. They demand, does anyone ever finish their to-do lists? And if you're someone who does, I bet you immediately start a new one, right? Let's ignore the skeptics and consider why you need to keep a list of things you need to do at work. The main reason is it can help you focus and not carry too much in your head. That super bright US polymath who invented the lightning conductor, Benjamin Franklin, also developed today's familiar to-do list. He uncovered why so many lists fail. He found users expect their lists to do far too much at once. For example, they contain many goals, many of which conflict. If you're relatively new to the work scene, you may regard your list as a lifesaver. If so, resist the temptation to expect it to keep you on track on absolutely everything you should be doing. That way, your list may die as a valuable tool, carrying too great a burden. Make your list earn its passage by breaking projects into smaller tasks. Too many of these, though, can cause an unwelcome brain effect. This mental state nags us about our unfinished tasks, much more than completed ones. Incomplete tasks cause stressful, intrusive thoughts. They reduce sleep and deplete mental and emotional resources. It may even cause behavioural problems. Unfinished tasks damage your self-image. Over a prolonged period, they can make you feel like a failure. To counter bad list effects, prune yours to within an inch of its life. For example, when a group in the Pentagon was asked to explain their strategy in just 25 words, everyone failed, except for the only woman in the group. Her summary read, "First, I make a list of priorities, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then I cross out everything from 3 down." She'd mastered the art of using lists well by being realistic about what she could achieve. Take a look at your current list if you have one. Is it overflowing with things to do? Will you be able to complete them all? If you struggle to finish your tasks, revise and be more realistic. As I mentioned earlier, a to-do list can be infinite. The trouble is your time is not. Match the tasks against your available time and energy. That's where prioritizing comes into its own. Lastly, your list belongs to you. It's your job to discover what works best for you. So what action am I proposing? Since you can't keep everything in your head, a modest, well-kept list can be a lifesaver. Break projects down into smaller tasks without allowing them to become lengthy and overpowering. Prioritize and rationalize your lists often and use them to plan ahead. And my takeaway from all of this? A list can make your life at work easier, but keep it simple by frequent prioritizing. If it's longer than 5 or 6 items for the day, give it a rethink. You've been listening to an episode of Andrew's 50 Ways to Succeed at Work. For more episodes, subscribe free to my regular weekly podcasts. You can catch up on past ones at the 50ways.site, where you can also become a foundation member with access to e-learning units, transcripts, further reading links, and the forum where you can ask questions, share problems, and join a growing community of people who seriously want to succeed at work. Thanks for listening, and bye for now until next week.